What's up, everybody? So I've tried to make some of these videos where I talk a few times and I worry too much about how they're coming off and they're not perfect and that I don't sound right and I stumble and then I give up on it. So I'm going to give myself the freedom of not making it perfect because it's more important for me to share what I've gotten than to make a perfect video. So please, if you've gotten inspired by any of my videos, anything, give yourself the time to listen to my rambling, because I think I got some things to share. I got some inspiration, I got some motivation, and I plan on having more in the future. And please leave feedback. Thank you very much. Enjoy. One thing I'd like everybody to know who's just starting out, just to keep in mind, when I started doing graffiti, I was terrible. I wasn't born with the eye. I mean, it took me like 8 years to be able to do a decent signature style that I was starting to become satisfied with. Took a long time, a lot of practice. And a lot of that was stressful because I was worried about impressing other people. If it wasn't, I was such a perfectionist that if it didn't look perfect, perfect doesn't exist, but in my mind, perfect meant will this be acceptable to somebody else and will they like it and approve of me? If I didn't waste my time worrying about what other people thought and focusing on my feelings and am I connecting, am I feeling this? And if not, keep working on the piece and keep adding to it and just exploring and having fun and playing with it. Like your playground or your sandbox, you know, keep building on it and trash part of it and build another, like a child. You don't see a child sitting there trying to make a castle perfect. They just throw a little glob of stuff together and they're having fun. And we're bigger so we can get more detailed. But why not keep that desire just to have fun? It will help you accelerate way more. The more negative thinking, the more you get held back. It's like a heavy weight. Take that off your shoulders. Forget about it. Forget trying to impress people. Forget getting people's validation, showing off, whatever. I'm certainly not gonna be impressed by anything unless somebody is very true to themselves. So be who you are. And if that doesn't make sense to you now, go on a mission to explore that and find out what that means. It's the best thing you could probably do for yourself, in my opinion. The techniques help, but in essence there's a lot of mental and emotional stuff that plays into our day-to-day lives and what we do. Definitely couple of best pieces of advice I got was don't ever give up. Practice every day. Have determination. Don't get discouraged. I mean, you can get discouraged, but don't let it stop you. Courage is not the absence of fear, but facing something when you are afraid of it, regardless of the fear. That's courage. So I learned almost everything I know on my own. I know how to spray paint. I got different techniques. I learned how to flare and how to cut lines, which I teach in the videos from a friend. The rest was just trial and error, different paints to use, things like that. Acrylic, brush painting took me a while to get used to and realize it's actually really helpful and easy because you just have to learn how to mix the paint with the water right, figure out which brushes you like to use, what brushes work for certain things, and how to maneuver the brush. Basically it was a big mental game of hanging in there with all the frustration. Something very important, I think, is realizing what your time is worth. What do you owe to yourself? With the abilities we've been given, whatever they are, make use of them. Use your time to put effort into them, to develop them so that they grow and expand and give you the most. and give you a greater experience of who you are. And I think we all owe it to ourselves. Because what is the point of just surviving? Do you want to live or do you want to exist? I want to live. Live. Like, live. Know what I'm saying? So, in conclusion, it's my hope that I am inspiring more and more people. One thing a mentor of mine, a motto he gave me is, I don't know what you've received, but I know what I've given. It's a good way to share yourself. Know what's important so that you know what you're sharing. So it doesn't matter what the person receives, what they get out of it, because that's all up to them, up to their perspective, what they can understand, and maybe they won't now, and they will later. So I know what I've given. Hopefully it's translating. And I plan on doing more of these videos like this. I've done the tutorials where I show you techniques. I feel like inspiration is even real person-to-person inspiration is even more important, because techniques you can figure out on your own like I did. I figured out almost all my techniques and all this stuff on my own. And I've realized the best thing in my life has been mentoring and guidance from people who I look up to and admire. So please share feedback with me. Tell me how you feel, if this has helped, if this hasn't, anything. The feedback definitely motivates me to put out more, lets me know that this is doing something good, helping, and it's rewarding for me to know that I'm sharing this. My hope, my most positive vision is for everyone to realize their potential and explore it and really get something out of their life. Make their life as worthy as it is. We all deserve it. We all deserve the best for ourselves. And the more I experience goodness for myself, the more I want to share it, because we don't deserve anything less. So, thank you for everybody who's given me feedback, shared your stories, tell me how this has helped, and thanks for being part of my experience. I'm grateful for it, and I'm going to cut it short before I keep rambling on. I'll be back with some more. Thank you. Peace.